Hi, welcome to another episode of Tell Me How You're Mighty. It's Tracy Shorn and Sarah Gorel here. And today we're going to be talking about an article that appeared in the Times newspaper in England. Um, and it was an interview with a man who goes by the moniker the Infidelity Professor. And he's written I guess, a best-selling book in Europe called The SHICRET. Yes, like you have a lisp and you're trying to say secret. And essentially, it's a guide for cheaters about how to cheat and get away with it. And his name is Albert Arnaiz, the Infidelity Professor, and the book is The SHICRET. So he has a bunch of really atrocious nuggets that I thought Sarah and I could snark about. But what do you think, Sarah? Do you think if someone gave you a guide that you could, not being a sociopath by nature, that you could cheat and get away with it? What do you think?
What I'm firstly intrigued by is the use of the word professor, because professor is usually a title that takes many, many years of study and achievement, usually in the world of academia. And
Well, he is a professor.
I was unaware that you could be an infidelity professor. I mean, if he's an infidelity professor, does this mean that he has studied his art? In the same way that a chemistry professor would have spent many, many years through are there textbooks that he's been delving into? Is there a right and a wrong way of
Yeah.
cheating?
You know what? I think he's like Snape. I think he is a professor of the dark arts of cheating. Yes. But his actual profession is he's an academic, an adjunct, some lowly professor of marketing, interestingly enough. But
I suppose
yeah,
that there is a sort of correlation, because marketing could go alongside cheating in that when you cheat, you market yourself. You portray yourself as something that you're not. So I can see that maybe that area of expertise would have led to the expertise in the world of cheating to the point. Do you think there'll be a course one day that he'll run as a
oh, I think
professor
there
of
no, there
cheating?
are. No,
Are
he does.
there?
He
You
actually
can
no, he
actually
does.
go
He
on
does
a
training sessions. He does training sessions, and he brags that CEOs and very important people sign up for this to learn how to be more duplicitous. Yes, it's
My
completely
my
heartwarming.
argument would be that for people that cheat, they normally seem to be quite good at it without any assistance. I mean, for me, number one in the art of cheating would be just to remove all kind of feelings of guilt and morals. And those that do it seem to have no problem with this. They don't need a professor, they don't need a course, they don't need someone telling them how to do it.
Well, now, come on. There he wouldn't have a marketing platform. He wouldn't have a book if there weren't tricks of the trade. So I was gonna let's go over what SHICRET stands for. Yes. Okay. So SHICRET is not just a lisp, it is an acronym and it stands for secrecy, obviously. Hearing, I guess that means you're supposed to listen to who would be a potential affair partner. Intimating, fucking. Cohabitating, which is how to live alongside your chump and not feel guilt. Evading, that's obvious. And terminating. He believes that you should not have long-term affairs, that, if it's hot, move on. So he's an unapologetic serial cheater, dispose of the pollution. And the Times have called him,
Terminating,
oh,
terminating, how charming.
yeah,
Absolutely.
terminating.
I presume before you get to the termination stage, you have to convince someone that actually they are special and lovely and the love of your life, because no one's going to embark in an affair if they think that they are going to be terminated very quickly.
Well, we raise a good point, but he is a marketing professional, so he can sell bullshit. But no, he finds these people. So he's got one of his tips are that okay, I have to read the quote because it's really obnoxious. And I also have to point out that a photo of Albert Arnaiz appears in the article, and he looks like a human dildo in a pastel sports jacket. And I'm not making that up. You can look. He's like a bald man. He's not attractive, but I don't know, maybe I'm the wrong person. Okay, so he says, mostly I have enjoyed digital infidelities, partners I find on a site. He explains, but some of the most pleasurable are analog encounters. You meet someone in a bar and there's a movie starting in 10 minutes. Let's go. So when I read digital infidelities, I thought he meant fingering someone. I mean, it's just such a
Right. I'm
strange
really interested. There's a
term.
movie. Let's go. I
You don't want to
can't.
go to a movie with a strange man?
No, no, I
You
can't.
don't
If
want to be approached in bars?
someone came sashaying up to me in a pastel jacket and invited me to go along to a movie,
Yeah.
I would say no, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I'd say thank you very much. I'd eye them with suspicion and retreat into the distance.
and, and okay, and this is where we go. And this is why you're still single. And I would be single too. I mean, this is like completely, who does this? I guess he does, and he writes a book about it. But he
I'd
could be
rather
in
be.
better. He's an experienced
No,
liar.
Tracy. I'd rather be single than sitting in a cinema with somebody in a pastel jacket who was going already planning on how he was going to terminate me
It's a
after.
salmon colored jacket.
Okay,
Does that matter?
sorry, salmon.
It was, it's flamboyant. He's quite a peacock, this man. And he has very tight jeans too. Yeah. So, okay. I'm going to read some other nauseating quotes for you,
Okay,
and
come
you
on.
can react in your inimitable
All right.
Sarah way. All right. Do it, he encourages. You will learn so much about who you really are and become a better version of yourself. This is the modern world. In the digital age, no one settles for one person anymore. You only have one life. Live it.
Oh, now that's telling us, isn't it? So by lying and cheating and deceiving the person who is supposed to be your partner,
Yeah.
you're becoming a better version of yourself. I wonder
Yeah. You're living
whether
your best life.
I wonder whether you'd feel a better version of yourself if your partner was also reading the course and going off to be a better version of their self. Does the same rules apply to your other half
Well,
that
he
they
said
can
he
carry
doesn't
on?
want to know about it. And that, see, he could be cheated on. He's asked that question, but that he would hope that the person had bought his book and was very deceitful and they wouldn't know about it. Which is to me the core of this bullshit, which is that what you don't know can't hurt you. And STDs say otherwise, and you're lost time and sunk costs. But it is a common fallacy when people discuss infidelity that if the chump doesn't know about it, no harm, no foul. Like
And also,
you can't be hurt.
while you're offering people the unique opportunity to go off and watch a film with you,
Yeah,
there's some money involved in this. These things aren't free. You're spending family money. You're spending the time that you could potentially maybe be with your wife or your children,
yeah.
or doing the family things. Maybe ferrying kids around, doing the school pickups.
But
But no,
Sarah, that would
no,
not be your best life.
you're
You
too
could be
busy,
living your life.
because you're busy being a better version of yourself. I would argue that being a better version of yourself sometimes involves just embracing the drudge that goes with day-to-day life and taking on your responsibilities rather than lurking and approaching people. I would imagine 99% of whom will say, no, away with you in your salmon jacket, be on your way. And I can't see that this will make you a better version of yourself, because it must be depressing and embarrassing to be making a nuisance of yourself all the
Well,
time.
clearly, you don't value shagging randos that you meet, in movie theaters or online. You don't
Well,
measure that as your best self. But Mr. Arnaiz, or excuse me, Dr. Arnaiz, he does. That's what he's selling, is no strings attached, sex. And the other thing is, I found this interesting, is he's meeting people. He mostly suggests that you meet people on cheater sites, not on Tinder or Match or places for actual single people. But you go to cheater sites like Product Placement, Ashley Madison, and you find people who want to be terminated, people who want a fling. Although it mentions in this story that his current girlfriend, with whom he has a 6-year-old daughter, that they met on a cheating site and they both left their respective partners for each other. So what that woman must be thinking, I have no idea.
The thing about it is, it implies that people all act with no morals and no emotion, and just in this very
Mhm.
rigid way where you can approach another human being in this fashion and expect them to get involved on this very superficial level,
Yeah.
and, and then get terminated at the end of it, or be the terminator. I don't know whether
And
there's any
keep
kind
their
of agreement.
secret. Keep the
Yeah.
secret. Yeah.
it sort of reminds me a little bit. Sometimes you read articles where people who are serial other women, and they say that they have enhanced the marriage of the person whose husband they've been cheating with. And there's this kind of warped mindset that goes on that you think, really? I don't think so. Any form of lying is never going to be good for a relationship.
Yeah, well, of course, but he says that it's exciting that unless you're cheating. So this is what I wonder about it. I mean, I'm looking at the guy, the human dildo, and I'm wondering, why aren't you single? Like, what on earth about partnership appeals to you other than you have a partner appliance to raise your kid, which is probably a big part of it. But you could co-parent, you could shag randos ethically. You could. But he is telling people to cheat and get away with it. And the other thing he's selling, which I don't buy, but just that everybody would do it if they could. That if there was a guarantee, if you bought his book and you learned all the tricks of the trade, like how to get away with it, that you would do it. And so to your point, it's like I don't get pleasure being unethical, but he's assuming that everybody does. That if he wrote a guide about how to steal from the company till and get away with it, that you would enjoy your ill-gotten gains and not feel a twinge of guilt.
But
So
the key is surely secrecy, that you have to keep this a secret from your partner.
yeah.
And secrets, isn't it generally acknowledged that secrets and lies and deceit are not good in a long-term relationship? Surely fundamentally every relationship should be based on trust. So anything that suggests that cheating is good, which relies on deceit and lying, it's all contradictory.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's Orwellian. I mean, the other thing I would say about secrets is there's a German, I can't say it in the German, but it's essentially lies have short legs. That secrets aren't sustainable, that they don't go very far. It's hard, even though there are secrets that can last a long time, it's very hard to keep a secret or to be not found out. And that eventually you will be found out, as millions of people on my site can attest. Or they found out they were chumps and they found out. It might have taken a while, but you know the truth is revealed eventually. So again, I think this guy's selling bullshit. Even if you could put aside your morals, which is a big if, unless you're a sociopath, that you could actually get away with it. No, I don't think you can get away with it. Even he acknowledges that it's hard work. And this I thought was particularly worthy of ridicule. What do you think of this sentence? He goes, and he warned, cheating is hard work. Lying can be terribly exhausting. I recommend taking dietary supplements.
Why would you do it though if it's such hard work? Because I often wonder about this. Sometimes you see those things where people have gone so far as they've got two families on the go and they're
Yeah.
juggling the pair of them. And I can never understand the appeal because life is exhausting as it is. And actually, the day-to-day managing a life is exhausting. Surely you don't want to add any more hard work to that. You can only cope with the hard work if you allow somebody else to do the hard work, proper grown-up stuff.
Well, that's
So
the thing. You're invested. That's why it's hard. And then what's hard for them is the secrecy. I mean, it's not hard because they have a moral problem with it. It's the actual logistics of juggling the double life, which you or I would find completely exhausting thinking about it. But it gives them the thrill. That's the hard work. I mean, might give you a thrill to see your child shine at the choral concert, but that's not what gives them a thrill. What gets
I
them
just
a
find
thrill
I just
is
wonder
cheating.
what it would be like if to find your partner had been cheating on you, but not only been cheating on you, but they'd read the step-by-step guide in how to do it by this professor individual. That's even worse, isn't it? That you can sometimes you hear, eyes meet, things go on at work. But no,
Mhm.
your partner's cheated because they've read a manual on how to do it from somebody setting themselves up as an expert in the area.
Well, okay, now I have to defend the infidelity professor here because part of what he preaches is that he has honor, that he's not just your average scumbag cheater. He has morals. So in the article, he goes and he criticizes Shakira's ex. They're both Spanish, I guess. Gerard Piqué. I'm not sure how you say his last name, but the footballer who cheated on Shakira quite famously. He goes that guy is a scumbag because he fucked in the marital home and in the marital bed, and that Shakira found out, and that okay, I have to read this. This was funny. He goes, never bring a lover to the house. Never. It's in my rules. It's listed in a section called places to fuck around. You have to find another place. A car, a forest, a bathroom.
Is this be the bathroom in the cinema that you've gone?
Yes, in the cinema, right?
As
The salmon blazer is thrown aside. Yes, have a fuck in the bathroom stall, but not in the family bed. No, there are standards. There are standards. He would never do that. He's chivalrous, right? He's chivalrous in his fucking around. And the other thing he says that cheating, it serves a higher purpose. And that the reason it's a secret or secret, I gotta say it with a lisp, is that you're protecting them from this terrible feeling, jealousy. He's doing it for you, Sarah. He's fucking around to protect your feelings.
There are no words really. It's kind of what annoys me is when people behave in a way that is immoral, and then they're filled with righteous indignation about other people that are exhibiting exactly the same behavior.
Mm. Well, no, he's trying to, and this comes up. I mean, I make fun of this all the time with the universal bullshit translator. He is trying to say, no, I am a better class of cheaters. I am not a grubby cheater. I am a cheater who thinks about your feelings. Ergo, it's okay what I'm doing. I'm not immoral. I'm not one of them. It's so, yeah, mindfucky. It's so manipulative. But that's what he's selling, right? He's a marketing professor.
But there is a market for it. This is
clearly there's a market for it. Just like there's a market for Esther Perel or Ashley Madison or any of that other bullshit. Yeah.
Are there any pearls of wisdom that I need to hear about that we've missed so far that I can take into my life as a bit of wise advice that might make me a better person?
Okay, other than there's a movie starting in 10 minutes, let's go. He goes, oh, he's not very kind to the British, Sarah. I'm sorry. He didn't mention the Americans are usually told we're puritanical if we don't get on to the, fucking randos. While coupled, it's fine if you want to do that while you're single. But he goes, I have never had sex with a British woman, but I think you and others from Northern Europe are not so comfortable with the idea of cheating. Except the rich and powerful ones, of course. And then he mentions Boris Johnson. So there's somebody that you should all aspire to be more like.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. You have nothing to say to that.
Right. Okay. And
you could be the first. He's never been with a British woman, or people lining up.
No, thank you. I think I am quite speechless at that, to be honest.
He'll wear his most colorful sport coat for you, Sarah.
I am speechless. I don't know. I really don't know where to go. What about then? Obviously you're finding your better self. You're having a joyful time. It's exhausting. You're putting the work into it.
Yeah.
But what about those people in your life who don't get a say in this? What about the children, the families, the everybody else?
Well, he has an answer for that.
Go on then. Tell me.
Okay. He said 80%, I don't know where he pulls this statistic out of his ass. I've never read it before. He goes, 80% of people who cheat still manage to save their relationship, he says. An affair can make you a bigger, happier person. Yeah, so he's like, you can fuck around and okay, if the secret, whatever, doesn't work out, then you got an 80% chance that your chump's still going to stay with you. So it's pretty low risk from where he sits.
Now, okay, right. So they're going to stay with you, but does this mean that you continue with your strange behavior, or is it just a one-off and you stop, or is this going to be a pattern of behavior that carries on throughout your married life?
No, it has to be a pattern that carries on. Because we terminate, we evade, and then we terminate. Don't get hooked on me, babe. I got this salmon jacket dildo man has more people to fuck.
Do we have some
don't
wise
get hung up
advice
on me.
then? Do we have detail of how to, is there a specific timescale that termination is ideal? Is there a way of doing it?
Yes, no more than 3
Oh,
months. No
okay,
more
so
than
no
3
more than 3
months.
months. And how do you open this conversation? How do you carry out the termination process?
Well, if you're meeting them digitally, which, yeah, my mind goes dirty places. If you're meeting them digitally, I guess you work out the terms of all of this ahead of time. And then he has seduction techniques. Would you like to hear about those?
Oh, not really, no, but go on.
Well, okay, one of them is the H in secret is for hearing. For hearing that when you're essentially interviewing your fuck buddies, you want to see if they have a playful, sexy voice, if they're not, boring. Like, are they going to be fun? And then the other thing is he's like, let's not pass notes. Let's not meet for coffee. He wants to get right to the fucking, which is so charming. Like, what woman doesn't want to, like, oh, no strings attached to this. We're just going to, I think this man is meeting Russian hookers or and chat bots or something. But he believes that people are just hooking up with him randomly after he hears her voice. They're getting right to it. But I have to get to the seduction technique.
My theory is these people that are lured into his little world, they're so welcome to him. They're keeping him away from the rest of us. Let's hear his seduction technique. I almost feel quite ill at the thought.
Seduction technique. All right. He has opinions, Sarah. He has opinions. It's terrible how big tech has made infidelity so virtual. What are they doing to us? We need to stop browsing and cross the boundary to real intimacy. Or what have we become? It's crucial, he argues, to manage your guilt. The relationship self and the unfaithful self must coexist. The guilt will pass, he says, but your long-term partner knows you better than anyone, so you must skillfully manage your eye contact, your breathing, and even your perspiration. That's part of the skill, to remain cool and evade capture. It's part of the excitement. So his seduction, so it's his getaway technique, but also his seduction technique.
I never ever want to meet somebody managing their perspiration in a salmon jacket. Thank you very much.
Well, if you wear pastels and you sweat and you live in Barcelona, it's gonna, you probably do need to manage your perspiration, and if you don't have any guilt, you're probably not gonna sweat. So literally, like, no sweat. But what I like is that he's standing up for real intimacy. Isn't that like, I mean, I'm gobsmacked. Okay, real intimacy, really, from you? All right, yes.
It's fine though. It's fine because he's got rules. He's got rules.
He's got rules. Yeah, he doesn't.
That's fine.
Yeah, he has rules, and he wants to meet right up. He doesn't want to spend any time looking at pixels. He wants a real British woman. Actually, he says he doesn't want them, but I think he does, because he's on a talking tour in England. You should go check him out. Go check him out. Well, Sarah, I think all we're gonna do if we keep talking about this is sputter. And I think we should just declare him our fuckwit of the week. What do you think?
Yeah, we don't need anybody else involved in proceedings today. He's surpassed all expectation in winning this lofty title.
So, Albert Arnaiz, the Infidelity Professor, you are fuckwit of the week. That wraps another episode of Tell Me How You're Mighty. You want to leave us a mighty story or a fuckwit of the week submission? Check out our new website, tellmehowyourmighty.com. That's yours spelt YOURE. We've got all the episodes, show notes, links to our guests, and you can see the tea room where Sarah and I first met. If you enjoyed this episode, please review the podcast and follow us. Thanks. See you next week.